we are still quarrelling who is Sabah, who is Sarawak, and who is West Malaysia. We achieved our independence in 1957 from Malaya, and then much later Sabah and Sarawak joined us to form Malaysia. And that was what, how many years ago was that? 57 years. I was a student then. Everybody was excited about joining Malaysia. And then 57 years, and that's 2 generations. We are still quarrelling who is Sabah, who is Sarawak, and who is West Malaysia. I think we have to start being realistic and stop being selfish with each other. Go back to what was agreed between the 3 territories then, and look at it objectively. Forget about politics. Think about the individuals. Think about the residents, the communities of the different territories, and more important, what is good for Malaysia. What is good for Malaysia, and not only what is good for each territory. For so long as each territory keeps on thinking of their own interests only, this fight will continue forever. That's how I view it. And then we're talking about rights of what was promised to Sabah and what was promised to Sarawak, or the allegation that the central government is going back on its word, not keeping to its word. I'm not going to go into the details because I don't really know the details of those disputes. But broadly speaking, they are disputing over language, voting rights, and all those things. You know? What was it you said? Yes, everybody is going back on their word for petroleum. But if you listen to what Tengku Razali has said about petroleum, this was agreed by the government of the day. So that has been agreed upon. So let's stick to those what has been agreed upon. Don't reopen the subject. You know, I mean, some are saying that Sabah and Sarawak can go independent ways now. I think that's a very silly thing to do. Honestly, if you're talking about splitting yourself into 3 different territories now, I think I'm very, very sorry. So many countries in the world has regretted in doing that. Take, for example, USSR. USSR is such a big, powerful country, but when they split and start fighting amongst the small countries, the small states, then where are they now? They are nowhere. China, on the other hand, remains one territory. USA, one territory. They don't want to split. So I think these are things that the different countries, the different population of the different states should be looking at, you know, not that selfish, not to look at each other or look at yourself selfishly. Think about the good of the whole territory, the whole country, but more important, look at the interests of the population. As I said, we have gone 57 years through. That is 2 generations, 2 generations, because each generation is about 25 or 30 years to have gone through the generation. We are still fighting about it. When Malaysia got its independence in 1962, 64, 62, 63. When Malaysia got its independence in 63, we succeeded only because we worked together. When Malaya got its independence in 1957, we succeeded only because the Malays, the Chinese and the Indians worked together to fight against a common enemy, i.e. the British colonialists. And when you go to Sabah and Sarawak, the same thing happened. And then now you're fighting to split yourself up. I think that's very, very silly. Very, very sorry to say.